Right. Today we'll be talking about the 10 essential supplies you need for nursing school. Then I'll run through about 15 more things that are nice to have. This list may be a little different for each school, so if your school gives you a supply list, definitely go by that first. Now, I'm going to assume if you've made it through your prereqs, then you already have a backpack and pens and paper. If you don't, I highly recommend a rolling backpack. It may look dorky, but it's going to save your back because these nursing textbooks are huge and heavy, and there are many of them. So the top 10 nursing school supplies are, number 1, this one was maybe the most fun to pick out, a planner. I love planners, y'all. I love the pretty cover designs. I love the idea of getting organized and just planning my whole life. My last planner was a happy planner and it was great, but it had a weekly layout where it lists Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on one page, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday on the next page. And to me, that's not enough space to write down everything I'm gonna be doing in nursing school. So this year I chose the Erin Condren Daily Life Planner Duo. This one has a whole page dedicated to each day, and it has hour by hour time slots along with the to-do list section. The paper is really thick, so I can use colorful pens and markers without the color bleeding through the page. It's also actually 2 separate planners with 6 months in each one. Otherwise it would be way too big. But I like the idea of getting a new planner halfway throughout the year. The Erin Condren planners are a little pricey. Mine was $68, but you can definitely pick up a perfectly good planner for 15 bucks on Amazon. I do also use Google Calendar on my phone, but just to set up reminders for when I need to be somewhere. Call me old-fashioned, but I prefer actual paper planners. All right, number 2. Our number 2 essential supply for nursing school is textbooks. Your nursing school will give you a detailed list of exactly which books you'll need. I spent about $900 on books for my first semester, but you reuse some of those books for other semesters as well. So your first semester will be the most expensive. In fact, for an 18-month program, you'll probably spend 50% of the total cost of nursing school on your first semester because you have to buy most of the books and all the supplies up front. Usually you have the option of purchasing either ebooks or actual paper books, and the ebook option is cheaper, but I prefer to feel the book in my hand and write in the margins, so I went with paper books. The number 3 supply, which in my mind is essential, is the flashcard app called Anki. And this app uses a study method that I swear by called spaced repetition. And you create your own flashcards on it and review them each day. And just when you're about to forget the information, it shows you that flashcard again. And you rate whether that card was easy or hard to answer. And this takes the guesswork out of which flashcards to work through for the day, and it keeps the information fresh. The number 4 essential supply for nursing school is a stethoscope. My awesome brother, who is an ICU nurse, bought me a really nice Littman stethoscope that supposedly you can hear a heartbeat a mile away with. You may want to get your name engraved on it because doctors are notorious for mistakenly, maybe not so mistakenly, taking off with them. All right, number 5, it's smart to always start with the end in mind. The end goal of nursing school is not just to graduate, right? But to pass the NCLEX. That's why the number 5 essential supply of nursing school is an NCLEX exam review app and or an exam review guidebook. The ones I recommend are the NCLEX RN Mastery app, which has over 2,000 review questions, and it gives you in-depth explanation as to why the correct answer is the most correct answer. Because as you know, there is often more than one correct answer when we're talking about NCLEX style questions. I like using the app because it's so portable, but I also have the Saunders Comprehensive Review book for the NCLEX and plan to use this alongside when I'm reading the textbook, and it also has a full practice test with explanations at the end of the book. All right, the number 6 essential supply is 2 sets of scrubs for clinicals. Your school will tell you exactly which type to get and in which color. I suggest getting 2 sets in case you have clinicals on 2 consecutive days and don't have time to do laundry. The number 7 essential supply for nursing school would be comfortable shoes that are easy to clean. You'll be wearing these shoes to clinicals in the hospital and getting God knows what on them, so make sure you can easily wipe them clean. Also, check with your school's dress code because you're usually limited in your color options. My school only allows black, white, brown, or blue shoes for clinicals. All right, number 8 on the essential list is a laptop that isn't too old. It needs to be a Windows or Mac laptop. Usually Chromebooks, iPads, and tablets won't be enough. It definitely needs to have a webcam. With all the Zoom classes you're going to be doing this coming semester in the age of the coronavirus, you really need to have a reliable internet connection. All right, number 9, you're going to need a watch with an analog display. This will allow you to easily take pulses at the bedside. I recommend the Speedel Women's Scrub Watch. It's made for medical professionals. It glows in the dark for when you need to take vitals on night shift, and the band is made of silicone, so it's super easy to clean. And some people use an Apple Watch, but I've heard it's a pain when it times out and goes dark. By the way, I will have links to all these things I'm recommending on my website at NursingSchoolWeekByWeek.com. And the last one on my list, the number 10 essential supply for nursing school, is a badge. It's certainly not the most exciting thing you're going to be buying for nursing school, but it is needed. And you'll most likely order this at the school bookstore. It will have your name and the name of your program and say student nurse on it. Some schools will give you the option of using a lanyard to attach your badge to instead of a clip, but anytime you have something long dangling from your neck, you run the risk of getting it stuck under the patient when you're turning them in bed, or an upset patient might try to grab it. Either way, you may just want to go with the badge clip instead of the lanyard. All right, so those are the things you have to have for nursing school, but there are some more things that are nice to haves. Things that if you have the money would be very helpful. Things like a clipboard to carry during clinicals. I got a cute little pink foldable one that has nursing cheat sheets on it, like normal lab values and a pupil size measurement chart. You might want to buy some compression socks. My clinicals will only last for 6 hours, but many are full 12-hour shifts, and the socks help promote blood flow from your legs to your heart. You don't want your ankles and legs swelling up after a long day on your feet. You may want to buy a special bag for clinicals. This bag should be made of waterproof material and have lots of pockets. You can keep your stethoscope case in it, along with a pair of trauma shears and a blood pressure cuff and a hemostat. Oh, and some snacks. You do not want to be the student nurse who passed out because you let your blood sugar get too low. You could buy a pen light, which is a miniature flashlight that's shaped like a pen. This is used to assess a pupil response and is so small you can just tuck it inside your scrub pocket. I'll put a link to the pen light I went with on the website, NursingSchoolWeekByWeek.com. There are 2 study resources that you might consider subscribing to if you can afford it. The first is called Picmonic. It's an online resource and an app that uses pictures to help you remember hard to learn nursing concepts. For example, to remember what penicillin does, you would watch a video of the pencil villain and hear his story to remember the details. You can also print out pictures of these Picmonics and add them to your notes. And this costs about $5 a month, but to me it's so worth it since using pictures has proven to increase exam scores by 50%. They also have many of the textbooks used in nursing schools cataloged to coordinate with their Picmonics. So for example, if I need to read page 175 in my foundations book, I can find the exact Picmonic that would be relevant for that page and go straight to it. And that's a huge time saver. Another online study resource that's also an app is nursing.com, and they have summary videos that have an expert nurse teaching the material that you're reading in your textbook. And they also link to Picmonic videos, so the 2 resources are perfect to use together. Watch a nursing.com video, then watch the Picmonic, then read your textbook if you still need to. Nursing.com is $39 a month, so it's definitely in the nice to have category. Another thing you might want and can get for free is a voice recording app on your phone. You can use this to record your online lectures and then listen to them while you're doing other things. Just like I hope you do when you listen to my podcast. I want you up and moving while you're listening to it. That's the beauty of a podcast, right? You can listen while you're folding laundry or doing dishes. You can listen while you go for a walk and get some vitamin D at the same time. It's a pleasant way to multitask. All right, the last 2 things I would recommend having are a nursing care plan book that will make it so much easier to write out care plans for clinicals, and finally a strong support group. whether this is your family or other nursing classmates, or right now it may just be a Facebook group, but just get plugged into a group of people who are going to support you and truly cheer for your success. All right, thanks again for joining me. If you're starting nursing school this month, like I was last year, I know you're getting so excited and maybe a little nervous. Hopefully this gives you some ideas for last minute things you still want to get before the semester starts. All right, take care. Have a great week.